What's up everyone, Criddle here, and today we're going to go over how to obtain the Platinum Badge of the Living City. This is another of those must-have items with its worn effect of See Invisible. In addition to that, the stats on this necklace are probably the best you will find at the level it becomes available. I do not know if you have to be a specific level to turn this quest in, but I completed it at level 20. You can, however, start this quest at any level, but I recommend around level 15 with a group, as the enemies you have to defeat are level 20 plus. It is a fairly simple quest, but you will need to camp 4 named enemies in the bins and get your faction with the bins garrison to at least 25% into kindly for the final turn-in. To get to the bins, follow this path from the north gate. When you arrive, your faction with the Bin's residents and its gangs will be at Disdained, and Bin's garrison, I believe, is indifferent. As you defeat enemies in the Bins, your faction will rise and fall with each of the residents and gangs, but will only rise with the Bin's garrison. By the end, you will be bottomed out with the residents and gangs, but need to have 25% into kindly for the final turn-in. To do this, simply defeat enemies within the Bins, and your faction with the garrison will slowly go up. In addition to defeating mobs, you will see items drop from various enemies within the bins, which can be turned in for larger bumps in faction gain. These items are Bloodied Allegiance Cuffs, which are dropped by mobs around the Brass Brothers, and Dirty Pirate Earrings, which are dropped down by the docks near Cormac Renshaw. You can turn these items in to Corporal Theodora for a big boost in faction, as well as a 35 silver bounty, which also makes this a fantastic money farm for the level. Now for where each of these spawns are located. From the Bin's entrance, go up the stairs to the right and through the 2 doors, make a U-turn after exiting the second door and up the ladder. This is where you will find Vicar Brask. For Darius Brask, go up the same stairs and through the 2 doors. This time look straight ahead and find the door on the left. This silent protector is the placeholder for Darius Brask. Cormac Renshaw is located down by the docks in the captain's quarters of a boat. I recommend getting invis for this part or being very careful if you decide to fight your way down to the docks, as there are some enemies here that are level 35 plus to the left side of this ramp going down. Once here, make your way to the boat and you will find Cormac Renshaw inside. At this point, if you have 25% or more into kindly with the Bin's garrison, you can turn in the 3 heads to Lieutenant Yarovik Holt and get the base necklace, which is the Iron Badge of the city. We will talk more about how to do the turn-in a moment. The final head comes from Eamon Kassir, who is located in the buildings to the left when you enter the bins. There are several ways to get there, but following this path will show you his spawn location, which is next to a table with a skull and potion. Take note, this area is rather buggy at the moment and it is easy to pull aggro from floors above or below, so if you choose to fight here, be ready for some adds. Once you have all of the heads and your faction is high enough, it is time to turn them in. To do this, go to Lieutenant Yarovik Holt, who is located in the same building as Corporal Theodora. Hail him and say task. He will give you an empty sack with 3 slots. Place the heads of Vicar, Darius, and Cormac in the sack and click combine, then give Holt the sack of heads you just created. He will reward you with the Iron Badge mentioned before. Now target Holt and say service, and he will ask if you are prepared for one final mission, to which you reply mission. He will then ask for the head of Eamon Kassir. Give Holt the head of Eamon and he will give you the Yarovik commendation and tell you to present that and the badge to Corporal Theodora. Head back over to Corporal Theodora and give her the Iron Badge and commendation, and she will reward you with the Platinum Badge of the Living City. Congrats on your new necklace. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and follow for more. Also, tune into my Twitch streams where we will be playing and chatting about Monsters and Memories as well as many other games. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.